While everybody looks better when their bike looks good, you can actually get better performance from a motorcycle that's spick and span. So you swab it down, then you dry it off. Then comes the wettest part of washing a motorcycle, because no matter how hard you try to get it all dry, there are always enough unreachable pools and puddles of rinse water left behind to give you a shower you really didn't want as soon as you get your bike up to speed. Effectively solving this messy matter has been bugging bikers since the first hose was aimed at the first motorcycle. Enter the Metropolitan Vacuum Company in Suffern, New York, and President Jules Stern. His dad, a door-to-door salesman, started MetroVac on the proceeds of a Pond pocket watch. In the mid-50s, the family had an idea.
We thought that there would be a marketplace for a small portable vacuum cleaner, and then on to different types of portable vacuum cleaners, including the introduction of the first 12-volt vacuum cleaner that plugged into the cigarette lighter outlet of a car.
But Metro figured, why just suck when you can blow, too? So leaf blowers led to pet dryers. Now, how does all this hot air get us to motorcycles?
Motorcycle enthusiasts were drying their bikes with leaf blowers and compressed air. We had a product that basically would fill the same need, and it is a better method of drying your bike versus towel drying with a chamois or blowing your bike off with a leaf blower or an air compressor.
This thing is actually as hot as it is cool, which is one of the reasons it's better than a leaf blower for drying your bike.
This is a drying product that develops heat through the friction of the motor as well as concentrates the airflow.
Drying with heat isn't the only reason to be sweet to your scoot by using an Air Force blaster instead of your leaf blower.
Well, the problem with leaf blowers is that you're coming out of a 3-inch opening in most cases, where we're coming out of an opening that is less than an inch in diameter.
And if cold, unconcentrated airflow isn't enough to make you want to leave the leaf blower to the leaves, here's more.
The air coming out of that leaf blower is not filtered, and so if you're in your driveway, everything that's on your driveway is going to be whipped up and blown out onto your clean bike. So if you just washed your bike, spent 15-20 minutes washing your bike and it's immaculate, you're now blowing dust onto your bike.
And if you're using your air compressor to dry your bike, you might want to consider the drawbacks.
The problem with compressors is that the air coming out of there is moist. You've got condensation building up on compressors. On the tank of the compressors, you've got crud and you've got oil and sediments that build up and they blow back out onto your bike.
Concentrated hot air means no leftover puddles, so you're fighting your bike's #1 enemy, rust. But there's another good reason more and more motorcyclists are making the switch to an Air Force blaster.
They want to ride. They don't want to be standing there dripping wet and towel drying.
Look under the hood of an Air Force blaster and you'll probably find a lot more horses than you expected in such a light, portable machine.
The blaster is a twin-fan 4.0 peak horsepower motor. The Master Blaster has 2 twin-fan 4.0 peak horsepower motors.
One of the most important things that can be said about MetroVac's Air Force Blaster series is made in the USA.
It's a very important statement that we make, and I think the consumers really appreciate what's going on in this company. Consumer satisfaction is guaranteed. 1 year over-the-counter replacement guarantee on our products. 67 years of history with this company. It's a win-win. You know, it's a win-win for us. It's a win-win for the consumer. It's a win-win for the retailers that are selling our products. It's good to be a family-owned company manufacturing here in the U.S.
There's a little bit of bulldog in every member of the Stern family. You can tell from the aggressive way they've approached the entire motorcycle industry with their better idea products.
When we decide to get into an industry, we really get in with both feet. I really went after all the major distributors in the industry tooth and nail to make sure that they were distributing our product so the dealers had access to it, and so we're creating the demand all over. Consumers are getting educated on it and the dealers are pushing it.
When it comes to moving air, MetroVac is one company whose future is definitely not just blowing in the wind.
We can do anything that has intake or exhaust.
We provide solutions for the consumer, and the motorcycle dryer is just another solution.
We'd like to see an Air Force blaster for every motorcycle rider in the country.